Welcome back to the Chelsea Career Mode. We ended the transfer window yesterday, still with some business we'd like to do in the January window, but for the time being, the squad is set and we're about to tackle the rest of the Premier League season. We tried on regular legendary, which was fine against the big boys, but then the lesser clubs with the worst players played better than the big clubs with the big players. So we're trying Mgh'S sliders today. And we'll see what they're like here. I want the more increased difficulty from World Class last year, which got to the point where it was a bit run-of-the-mill most of the time. There were still occasions where we struggled, but more run-of-the-mill most of the time. So trying Mgh'S sliders, which I know he enjoys, and I know his audience enjoy the gameplay that he pops in his videos with as well. So we'll give them a go. These are the sliders for those that are interested. If I stick with them, then I will make a command for them on Twitch, etc. They are, as you see them on your screen. I won't dwell on them for now. Matt has sprint speed down to 20, I believe. I'm leaving it at 50 just because 20 is too slow for me. So other than shot error and pass error, they are the same for the AI as they are the user. They're the sliders. They're the sliders. So let's see what they're all about, shall we? We have our first Champions League game today at home against Porto. It's Everton, Wolves and Bournemouth in the Premier League, however. So we very much hope to be decent against those boys. And fingers crossed, these sliders give us enough of a challenge without teams playing like... well, everybody on their team playing like bloody Messi in his prime, basically. So Everton first. Let's see what Mgh'S is all about, shall we? Everton will line up with their usual 4-1-4-1. They've got Diouf in goal. I'm not entirely well, I'm not familiar at all with who that is, actually. There's no point beating around the bush. Patterson, Holgate, Zubeldia and Rivero, new-gen left-back. Hugo in the deeper role with Decore and Deli, with McNeil and Borges Sanchez on the left with Beto up top. Options on the bench include Andre Onana, who's got very good, actually, and I'm surprised they're not starting him. They've got Sessegnon at left back, then Godfrey's good off the bench too. They've got another regen in there in Rodriguez too. Tarkowski's injured, which is probably why Holgate plays. So we'll start with the same side that I've played in the other games so far this season. Again, just to have the same 11 so I can get the feel for the gameplay. And we'll see if Matt has cracked it or if they work for him but not for me. Oh, you're not allowed drones in football grounds. Here we go. It's not a great challenge, Beto, I'll be honest, pal. Early yellow card for him. Tamori plays quickly in there too for Fana. Don't really have anyone to pass to at the moment. Well, it was meant for you, Christopher Nkunku, but he didn't get there. Chile, I see Tammy. Stands it up. Cleared away. Hugo Guillamon, that's who Hugo is. I wasn't sure what the G was for. Guillamon. Hugo Guillamon. Okay. Caicedo looking for Tammy, finding him well. Good footwork. Here's Reece James. A little dink, maybe. Not the best. Now we can play it on the floor. And Sterling. No, never mind. First chance comes and goes, though. And apparently now it's E versus E. Not G versus Ev. All right, fair enough. Caicedo. Enzo's there. Tammy in a good position, but plenty of Everton shirts in the way at the minute. It's a nice little continued run there by Caicedo, but Reece James is in. And Nkunku's there. And Tammy! Good save by Diouf. Keep it in, maybe? No. Corner. First proper chance comes and goes. If the scoreline wants to fix itself, that would be lovely. Go on, Tammy. Up we go, son. He's up well. And... oh! Fikayo! On the volley! Oh, my lord! Will it go in? No, not yet. Deary me, they've all ended up in a heap on the floor. Sterling! Oh, God, that looked painful for Holgate, but put your body on the line, pal. Well, very, very nearly for Kaya Tomori's first goal back at the club. But no, cleared off the line, and now we're actually in trouble going the other way. Here comes Dele Alli. It's now Beto. Beto into Dwight McNeil. We've outmuscled him. Well done, Fikayo. And relax. Oh, it's certainly playable. It's absolutely playable. I've got no concerns at the minute. Other than they're not necessarily creating anything. Patterson. Decent delivery. Beto with a header at the back post. Reece James in the way. Everton's first chance. Someone's flag is going absolutely berserk over there. Apologies if you've got epilepsy. Can I get rid of this, please? No is the answer. Beto again, well blocked. Caicedo will look to clear. Tammy will complete said clearance. Yeah, at the minute, enjoying the gameplay. It's definitely not as easy as world class, but nowhere near as BS as default legendary. But at the same time, at the moment, the AI aren't creating much. But that might just be because of our opponent rather than the sliders in question. Can we get to that with Tammy? We can. Keeper scrambling, but not able to score the goal. And Kunku under control. Tries a worldie, scores a worldie! Christopher and Kunku with the best goal of the season so far. That's worth a replay. Let's see that again. Nodded down to him by Enzo. Takes the touch, spins and fires. Sorry, Diouf. Nowhere near it, son. Bang. Brilliant effort. Did he try, Diouf? I mean, it was more of a show dive, a camera dive than anything else. I think he just knew he wasn't going to get there. Caicedo. It's not easy to pick a way through. I've had a lot of the ball in this game, but a lot of it has been in this sort of position where they're not really pressing me that much, and I've not had too much of an issue holding on to the ball, but also I'm not massively creating lots of chances. Not lots of clear-cut chances anyway. James with the delivery. Fikayo's up with a header. It's a good header. It's wide off the post, though. No second goal for us yet. Changes for me here. At least they might be made actually before the last corner. Fikayo's up again. Is he? No, yeah, it was. It was Tomori again. And Diouf with a brilliant save. I'm trying to get a second goal. Their goalkeeper is, well, at the minute, standing firm. Their new number one. He's had a good debut. Keeps. Tomori up again. Again, it was headed wide, I think. And Everton will finally clear their lines with 15 to go. Still only the 1-0. 60 seconds to go. It's been a fun game, which is half the battle. And we're able to get a 1-0 win. I'm not sure how many of the highlights you'll see. There was quite a bit of action, but not much of it ended in something that was perhaps YouTube worthy. Match fact wise, 12 shots for me, 3 for them. But obviously, they're Everton, and they probably played like Everton rather than Brentford yesterday, or Monday, sorry. No, Friday, sorry, today's Monday. Rather than Brentford playing like Manchester City. So, I'm alright with that so far. Let's see if Wolves are a bit more creative, perhaps. We're up to 10th in the table now. Huzzah! Let's go and play away from home against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Sasha Kalajic up top for them. Neto on the left. On loan from me, Ronnie Thomas in there at cam. Intriguing. Chiquinho on the right. You remember Kevin Campbell from the last time we played Wolves. How he stayed on the pitch, I've absolutely no idea. David Bentley in goal for them. Now that's an intriguing decision. I'm wondering whether that's a bad AI decision. I'll have a look and see what other goalkeepers they've got just out of curiosity. Select side. This is how I do it, by the way, when I change sides, for those of you that wonder. We've very rarely done it here. They have Bentley. No, and they only have Slanina, both 74 rated. Okay. They are selecting, yeah, they do have 80 rated Bueno and 80 rated Kilman. So they are selecting some poor players. Maybe I'll send this little clip to the devs. So Kalajic is the best striker. Thomas is not necessarily the best at cam, but he is the go-to cam. In midfield, Kevin Campbell gets the nod ahead of Gomez, who's 81, Bellegarde 77, Lamina 78. So Gomez will go in there, although he does get a -1 in that role. Chiquinho, Jubicic is obviously the better option there. Centre-back, there are 2 80 rateds that aren't selected. The left-back, Semedo can play at left-back. Evidently he's offering me that, but maybe not. The goalkeeper is fine, but definitely the 2 centre-backs shouldn't be the 2 centre-backs. Kilman and Bueno should absolutely play. And Gomez, even with his -1, is still higher rated, supposedly on paper, than a +3, 76 rated Kevin Campbell. So, and Jubicic should be in there. So there are still some tweaks that need making, perhaps. But it's better than previous years, but still not perfect. Caicedo Through the gap to Nkunku. Nicely intercepted by Neto. And what have Wolves got going the other way? I think on paper, Wolves have a slightly better side than Everton. So it should be a slightly more difficult game. Not that the first one was easy, but certainly their goalkeeper had to make quite a few saves. And Everton didn't have much of the ball. But Wolves already feel like they're better in possession than Everton did in that last game. And Neto's left me for dead there. Delivered a very good cross. And if it weren't for Jubicic's poor finish, then they would have been 1-0 up. Can I get there against Neto? I can't. Neto's just gone. Neto's got me on toast at the moment. And looking for Jubicic again. Jubicic blocked against Chile, then hit him in the hands. So that will be advantage for me and we'll play on. But at the minute, Wolves instantaneously and very noticeably better than Everton. And I can't seem to put two passes together at the moment. Enzo nutmegs. It's going to bounce kindly for me. We'll see what we can do on the counter-attack here. Okay. I'll be honest, I was a little bit apprehensive after that Everton game that maybe the opposition AI just weren't that good with these sliders. But evidently, that is not the case here in this game, is it? Wolves are all over me. Chile into Kvaratskhelia. Still finding it quite difficult to break down this Wolves defensive line, but Chilwell's in behind now. And Chilwell will give Chelsea the lead. That's arguably, I think, Chilwell's first goal for the club. In this save, at least. Obviously, it's not his first goal for the club, but I think that might be Chile's first goal for me in this save at the beginning of Season 3. Keeper not able to stop it. Chilwell buries it. To be fair, it was a relatively straightforward finish once the chance had been created. Not the wisest of ideas to celebrate on the advertising hoarding right in front of the opposition fans, but we lead at Molineux and very much against the run of play. Though they are starting to make mistakes now, Wolves, but so am I. Got nowhere to go. Caicedo. Enzo. First time. Oh, I was sure that was going in the top left-hand corner. Enzo Fernandez not far away. It's Daniel Bentley, not David Bentley. Can I get there? I cannot. Neto. Oh, nice ball. And Ronnie Thomas has runners. Also has Ben Chilwell, thankfully. Nkunku. Tammy wants to go. It's not a great ball, though. Oh, it's also not a great touch. Tammy trying to prey on the mistake. And misses the target. Tammy, we gave you a new contract to stop you leaving. You need to prove that it was the right decision, please, mate. Gomez. Campbell. Oh, I should have chopped him, really. Shouldn't I give him the chance? Campbell! Saved by Diogo Costa. Changes being made by ourselves here, and presumably Wolves as well. Yeah, Johnny's off. And is that Lamina? It is. Mario Lamina coming on. It's a left-back off and a centre-mid on. Presumably a change in system for Wolves. Chile's won that header. Only straight back from where it came, though. Neto to Almeida. Caicedo puts in a good challenge, and Nkunku will look to break. Conor Gallagher, those fresh legs might make a difference. Trying to squeeze it out wide, but took too long to make the pass, and Wolves are threatening again. They started the game the better side. They are ending the game the better side. But can they find a way through to ensure that they get something from the game? Campbell, Gomez, Jubicic. I basically just lay down in front of him, and somehow as a tactic, that worked. Challenged by Kilman, though. Campbell, Almeida, blocked. Jesus Christ, I'm under pressure. Sterling, I've not got the time or space to turn to try and find the man across the pitch, but that was brilliant from Raheem. Just what I needed, close control-wise, when I needed it, but the pass, not good enough. Kevin Campbell on the run. The tackle, not good enough either. I might be in trouble with Sterling now. I thought he could get to the ball. He couldn't. It's only a yellow, thankfully. And breathe. Let's just reset, get everybody behind the ball, and get this out. Almeida with a free kick. And Nkunku can't clear properly. Fofana going up for the headed clearance when, dearie me, the man there for Wolves was going for an overhead kick. That could have been boot to chin. Brave from the defender. And on the counter, Nkunku will look for Chile. He's already got one. We'll try and get him an assist, though. Here's Pedro Gonçalves. Bentley makes the save. I can't finish it. But we will have a corner at the other end now. James delivers. Tammy's up. It's a good header, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. Have we wasted enough time to see it through? No, because that's an excellent pick out by the goalkeeper. Conor Gallagher can't get there. Chilwell will, and that will see the game out. We're winning with Matt's sliders, but this is not straightforward against Wolves. That was a real challenge to win that game. I am enjoying this gameplay. Hopefully you guys are as well. We won't face a big test until the next episode tomorrow, where we've got Tottenham and Manchester City. But so far, Everton were hard to break down, but we got the win. Wolves were really good, actually, but we still somehow managed to sneak the 1-0 victory. Now, it's Champions League time for the first time, and we face Porto. Porto are going old school Brexit, flat 4-4-2. Evan Nielsen got a hat-trick in Europe this past week in real life. Got Navarro up top alongside him. Romario in the middle with Grujic, who used to be at Liverpool? Milos Grujic? Or Dortmund? Or both? Can't remember. João Mario at right back is decent. David Carmo at centre-back and Cardoso are both decent too. Interestingly, Robert Sanchez on the bench there, and Nieto, a regen, in goal for them. Again, I'll have a quick look at their 11 to see what the starting lineup looks like, and see if perhaps there are more errors there that we saw or didn't see against Wolves. I'm just curious because at the beginning of the save, let's change kitchens. At the beginning of the save, there was not really any issue with lineups. But now, I'm wondering if that's starting to change. Nieto's 82. Okay, fair enough. 82 rated in goal. Any issues in their lineup? No issues at centre-back. No issues at full-back. No issues out wide. Again in midfield, it's picking people that are 75 plus a bit rather than players like Gonzalez should play there. He does have centre mid in his spots, and he's 80 rated and actually gets boosts in that position, so he should probably play. Outside of that, that's a decent team for Porto. So it is much better than it was in the previous 2 or 3 iterations of the game, but it still just perhaps needs a little bit more of a slight tweak. We will be tweaking our 11 for this one to give some fringe players some more football. I've just noticed that Nkunku's now 92 rated, which is fantastic. Let's give Noni and Mudryk some games as well. We'll drop Reece James to the bench too. Take Fofana out for DSRC, and Joao Palhinha can play in there. It is the Champions League, so it should make the gameplay a little bit more difficult, but even with that team, we should be able to get the result. Do I give Broja a game? Not yet. We'll stick with Tammy because we've not got him firing yet, and I'd very much like to. Evan Nielsen, well in DSRC. Might have lost his starting spot, but he's still putting the business in when called upon. And to be fair, we're very glad of that, because he could sulk and be like, I'm not playing anymore, I don't really care, I've lost my starting spot. What a delivery that nearly was. Conor Gallagher waiting to try and turn that home. The fact that the fringe players are still able to put the work in is going to be very, very important for us over the course of this year. We've won the Premier League, we've won the FA Cup, this is our first year in Europe, and I would very much like to win the Champions League this year. But first things first, you've got to get out of the group, and Porto take the lead through Nico Gonzalez, the man that I put in their bloody starting 11, and it's 1-0 to the Portuguese. The Champions League is going to be a different beast. Pedro, obviously a former player of the Portuguese League, of one of Porto's rivals, sorry, coming from Sporting. So they'll know everything about him, just as he'll know everything about them. But unfortunately, it's not Football Manager, it's not real life. I can't learn from everything. Oh my lord, that Pedro Gonçalves tells me. What I am learning, though, is that Nico Gonzalez is a monster. 2-0 Porto. Porto defending in such numbers, and they're so tight. I didn't see what their playstyle was, but I tell you what, it feels like gegenpress. Chile in behind, and here's Gonçalves. Oh, it was meant for Tammy. Palhinha, Noni Madueke, Ridler Baku. Very nearly opened up for me, and I just didn't take the chance. Tammy! Great save by Nieto. Brilliant stop by the goalkeeper. 2-0 Porto at half-time. Statistically, a very even game. 2 chances apiece. A lot of possession for me, but breaking them down has not been easy at all. I'll stick with the same 11 at the beginning of the next half, but certainly, if things aren't going or looking like they're going to come back in our favour by the hour mark, changes will be made. Oh, Suamaro, it's a lovely first touch. It is an atrocious pass, however. But the way they press after possession loss, I think, is probably the way that they're set up tactically. It's making it very difficult to get the ball off them and then break, because they're so close to me. They get it back again. How he's controlled that quite so remarkably well when I passed it very, very hard, I'm not sure. Cross is good. Keeps! He's offside, thank the Lord. Nkunku, oh, lovely taking his stride. Look at the space for Kvaratskhelia. It's a brilliant ball. Kvaratskhelia pulls one back. The changes off the bench making a difference. They've been on the pitch 8 minutes. And it's substitute Nkunku to substitute Kvaratskhelia. And we are back in the game at 2-1. And it was all about the pass. Then just settle yourself. Trust in the finish. And we're back in the game. It's not over yet. I know you want that. I'm not going to let you. Oh, it doesn't matter though, because you do that instead. Evan Nielsen. Porto extend their lead again. Can't get defenders to the man in possession quickly enough. And just ghosting in between there. Enzo, Christ knows where he was going. 3-1 Porto. Welcome to the Champions League, gents. This is entirely different to domestic football, isn't it? So we will look for a second goal if we can get it. And Kvaratskhelia is just leaving his man behind. And Nkunku's the man in the middle. And he gets there too. But somehow can't steer it on target. That would have been the second, and it would have been unlikely that we pushed for a third, but I would have given it... Oh, there's only 1 minute added on. Yeah, it would have been 3-2 at best for us. It still might be 3-2 at best for us, because Noni's on his way. And he's going to bring it down and get past the man, and that's not a foul, apparently, says the ref. Well, 3-1 Porto then. Defeat in our first European game. Boos from the stands. After back-to-back Premier League wins. Back down to earth. I like these sliders. Genuine challenge without it feeling like it's absolute BS. Villa 2, Bayern 1. City 2, Real Madrid 1. And up next for us, Bournemouth. Bournemouth who play Anthony and Fevre out wide with Coronado at Cam behind Costa. Cook and Gay in the middle. Tsimikas, Senesi, Boshali and Aarons with Travers in goal. They do have Kepa on the bench though. Kepa should really be playing, shouldn't he? That's probably the only change. Maybe like Nuri's higher rated than Tsimikas. There's probably not much between them. I think Kepa should certainly be in there, and probably Tyler Adams too. I'll make those two changes. Bournemouth 19th so far this season with a standard tactical vision. And, well, I'm not rotating my side anymore. It's full strength. And we're going for the throat at Bournemouth as we want to get some payback. So, Cook is, Cook 75. He's picking centre mids rather than CDMs that have centre mid as an option that are higher rated. Tsimikas, Aït-Nouri, 78 over 80, I understand. Travers, 76 over 83, certainly not. Kepa should play. Any other issues in there? Well, I mean, Saint-Maximin, 82 rated, wasn't even on the blooming bench. 82 rated Saint-Maximin, not even on the bench when he should be in the starting lineup. Justin Kluivert, not even on the bench when absolutely he's better. Kouame's better than Semenyo, he should be involved. Where was he? Where are you, son? Kluivert's 81 rated and not even involved on the bench at all. Bring him in for Dukes. And Rothwell 73 when Philip Billings should be there. Yeah, it still needs a bit of a tweak, I think, the AI player selection. It's Max Aarons down the right-hand side for Bournemouth, now cutting inside, and has Fevre out in that wing position. Bournemouth the closest to scoring thus far, and might be still at the end of this move. We're not really closing anyone down very well, and Diogo Costa's forced into a save. A yellow card here for Tsimikas for a foul earlier on. Advantage was played. It was, well, yes, a bit of a late chop. Corner for Bournemouth, though. The Cherries with the opportunity. You see the fans in the end zone, whoa, trying to put the man off. I've not seen that before. Here's Maxi, it says. No, it's Alain Saint-Maximin. I don't know why it says Maxi. Cut back. Good block. Oh, it could have spun free to the man on this near side, and luckily it didn't. Bournemouth continually the side that look more likely of scoring a goal in this game. Chelsea need to fix up here. Tyler Adams into Alain Saint-Maximin. And Mr. Maxi in the box finds Fevre. And Costa makes the save again. Sharpen up, boys. This is my full-strength side as well. Tsimikas round the outside of Reese into Mr. Maxi. And Costa, Tomori throwing himself at it. Why are you... God, give a man a heart attack. Why the shit is he passing it there? Oh, God. We might as well just pick the ball up, put it at their striker's feet, and move aside. Tsimikas cutting in. Costa. And there is the goal that has been coming all game long. Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 0. And my best 11 is on the pitch. What do I change? I don't know, but something has to. Chilwell into Nkunku. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo. You got many an option. Broyer's there. Broyer's found. Broyer's in. Ah! We're not good enough right now. This is just straight up bad from Chelsea. Bournemouth fans are so loud as well. You think they were the home team. Half an hour left to play. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get something from the game. That's a lovely ball by Nkunku to Mudryk. Broja backed off. Enzo's in the middle. Not the ball, not the pass. They're just not picking the obvious go-to balls at the minute. Mudryk in the box. Could have been fouled. Mudryk! Misha! Well, that wasn't the obvious thing to do either. But the man off the bench makes the difference. And Chelsea, our level, rides the challenge and then slams it at the near post. That's a definite another goalkeeper doing something stupid, but on this occasion it's in my favour, so I'll allow it. Although obviously I'd rather it didn't happen in the first place. Kouame off the bench for them here. Back to Tyler Adams. Picked off by Enzo, and the counter could be on. Kvaratskhelia needs to find Nkunku. Looks for him, does find Nkunku. Who gets it to Broja, who's just bullying his way through. That's handball! That's handball! He slid and done this with it. That's handball, ref! We've got handballs turned on. Why is he not given that? If Bournemouth score on this attack, I'm calling BS. Aarons into Clover off the bench. Back to Aarons again. They might score from this attack. Broja thought about getting involved offensively and then was just too lazy to do anything about it. Gay. Saint-Maximin. We're clogging up the central areas, but they are finding space out wide. And they're in here. Saint-Maximin. Fevre. Good tackle. Get out! Get out! Broja's there. You've got options. Use them. And Nkunku, Mudryk. Reece James is there. Oh! Never mind. What a ball! Enzo's in the middle. Fernandez! Off the post! Can you believe it? What a counter-attack. So very nearly a winning goal at Stamford Bridge, but it's to be another 1-1 draw this season. We drew 1-1 against Manchester United. We drew 1-1 against Arsenal. 1-1 and 1-0 are the go-to results domestically for us this season. Oh, the through ball was so good. The ball across was so good. The finish so very nearly was as well. Oh, we didn't lose it at least, but... It wasn't meant to be. That was a hell of a game, though. West Ham in the Carabao Cup is not necessarily a favourable draw, is it? Burnley, Spurs and Manchester City in the Premier League as well. We'll probably sim West Ham and Burnley. Sim Sparta Prague as well. And then sim the first three, play the last three. I think is probably the way that we'll do the next episode. But all in all... a positive episode. Really enjoying the sliders. Thank you, MGH. But evidently the Champions League is a different beast. We are... oh, can't see. We are 10th in the table. Not the best start to defending our crown, but we're only 4 points off top, so it's not that bad yet. Although Man United are flying, actually. We're the only side to take points off them thus far this season. Okay, nobody of the big boys other than Man United are actually flying, are they? City only in 5th, Liverpool 6th, we're 10th. Arsenal were in the relegation zone. They and Spurs 15th and 16th respectively. Not great thus far this season. We're getting there. We're finding our feet, but Champions League is a different question. I like these sliders. I will continue with them. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. Check the second channel, by the way. There is my player content going live every weekday, same as there is here for FC24 content. There's also Formula 1 content and Football Manager content too. So a lot of content coming out to you. Come and join me on Twitch where it's all recorded live as well. It'd be great to have you. We're so close to 90,000 followers right now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.